You know, we've spent a lot of time talking about organizations and love in organizations and how Heart of Leadership addresses that, and I want to close this out by asking a question, if I can, because the Heart of Leadership is not about shifting an organization. It's about the notion that if we can shift an individual, that will have a catalytic effect inside the organization, because they'll spread it and they'll spread it and they'll spread it. So I think the best way to end this is, James, you've just experienced the Heart of Leadership for yourself. How do you feel, not what do you know, how do you feel about what you experienced coming out of it? And Donna, you've just been immersed in it for a few days. I'd love it if we can close out with just, how do you feel about this personal transformation you've had in the last few days?
Yeah. Thanks, Brett. It's interesting. So yesterday I finished it off in my reflections. There's a lot of times where we're given projects, where we're given strategies, and someone will say, this is your baby. And so the metaphor that I worked around that was, well, there's a lot that goes on. Sleepless nights, cleaning up the mess that they've left behind, but taking a responsibility for the future of this baby, whatever the project is, kids, etc. And there's a moment where, if it's a child, they'll smile. They'll have driven you up the wall, and then they'll just smile. And they've got you in love again. It's that moment that you fall back in love with that child and go, in fact, we can do the next 75 years of their life. And that for me was the Heart of Leadership yesterday. I fell back in love with what we do. It wasn't just about the transactions, it was about, this is really why we love doing what we do.
I think one of the things that was incredibly powerful for me was, of course, that part of the Heart of Leadership is saying that we have to recognize the leader as a whole person, not just an organizational being, but a human being. And so being immersed in these processes, I do this for a living. I'm always on the leadership development and personal development mill.
Yeah.
But every time I go back into these processes, I discover something new, something different is reignited. And it might be in my organizational leadership, it might be in my personal leadership, in my personal life. But there's always an opportunity for leaders, and in fact a need for leaders, to just pause and get out of this action trap that we're in, this treadmill that we're all on,
Yeah.
to reflect on who am I being now, what's my vision now, and to find opportunities to really reconnect, reignite, and take a different energy back into the world tomorrow. So I've really appreciated the opportunity to do that as a leader, to stop, to reflect, to reconnect, and then to say, how do I take that back out into my world with shining eyes and really make a difference to the people that are important to me.
My own personal reflection was we were in a room 2 days ago with, and you'll need to guide me on this, there were people in the room from Singapore, Australia, Norway, Hungary, Scotland, South Africa, and we were sitting in London. There was even a token person from London inside the room. And across cultural differences, across all barriers, different backgrounds, you had a unanimous sense at the end of it, and the feedback from every single person as they emerged was, I came in here looking for a solution of how to run leadership, and I walked out with a personal solution of how to run my life better to impact leadership. Watching the eyes shine of every single delegate from across different corners of the globe was truly the most remarkable thing for me. If we can, one conversation at a time, if we can get eyes shining across the world, people operating from authentic leadership where it's about effectiveness, it's about profitability, but it's how we drive profitability, it's how we drive effectiveness. When we can do that from a place of real, genuine love and caring, I think extraordinary things can happen.